Continuing with Dorian Bahr, we're going to be going into our collection of basic fabrics. Basics, primarily what we're trying to shoot for is fabrics that have a beautiful aesthetic look, but are extremely serviceable. We're a strong believer that form follows function. You can have something beautiful, but if it's not serviceable, you're going to have problems with it, and problem with your clients having issues with it as well. So the first fabric I have to show is our Yorkshire Studio. This has remained one of our best sellers. We will be coming out with more colors. This is a linen velvet weave. It is not a linen velvet, even though it has a nice flat finish to it. This is actually 95% polyester. It is woven in Italy for us. The difference with this particular fabric is we take the yarn, and before it's actually woven, we run it through this machine. If you could see it, there's threads all running through this machine, and it's hammered. Hammering the actual yarn takes out the shine, and it basically crushes the fiber. Then after that, we weave it. Then after that, we launder it. So this particular piece of goods goes through 3 different processes before you even get it. Actually 4, because there's a dyeing process also involved in it. But this is yarn dye. So anyway, that is done before we crush. So anyway, this particular item passes 100,000 double rubs, which is indestructible. Your interior cushions will wear out before the actual fabric will wear out. And the great part about it is it's machine washable. So we call this our dogs, cats, kids, or all the above fabric. So if you have dogs, cats, and kids, or all of them, this is the perfect fabric for you, because you can get an incredibly beautiful look and never have to worry about it. You can take slip covers off, throw them in the wash, and they come out just as beautiful as they were before they went in. So anyway, here you can see our color palettes. We go from gray to browns to some soft blue greens on into the neutrals, and we will be expanding colors on that as well. So again, a great fabric if you've got sectional sofas, heavy wear areas where you've got a lot of use out of it. Plus the material is soft and it feels great to lie on as well. So now continuing, this is a new one that I created. This is our Hepburn Tweed. And what I was looking for was something that had a linen feel to it. It even has a linen touch to it. But again, it's machine washable. So this is 80% linen, 20% poly, and it is machine washable, and again, comes out absolutely beautiful. We have 3 colorations on it, a very moderate price point on this. You can use it for drapery, bed linens, also upholstery. I would recommend knit backing it or acrylic backing it. It passes 50,000 double rubs, so it's considered heavy wear. But for stretchability and all, it's better to knit back, so you've got a little more control on it, so you don't get any growth on the fabric or rolling. So now, laundering. Over 80% of our product is all machine washable. And again, this is what you're going to see here. This is 100% Irish linen. And we have taken this, we've screened one of our screens. This is a particular stripe we call ginger stripe. You'll see there's actually some barring and missing of color. It's not designed to be real crisp. It's to be kind of that shabby, aged look about it. This is machine washable, comes in several colorations, and really we can take any of our linens and screen this particular color on. I think we need about a 20-yard order. So you've got a lot of options available to you on it. And again, machine washable, and that's one of the big things that Dorian Bahr is about, is machine washable product. And there's really not a lot of companies in the market right now that are really catering to machine washable. So it's always going to be your problem. It needs to be dry clean. You can have somebody in to clean it. This gives you a little better control over your product. Another one of my designs, this is our Garbo Velvet. This is actually 100% cotton velvet. Again, we try to stick with as many natural fibers as we possibly can. It is machine washable. And this is around a 30,000 double rub on this here, and several colorations that we also do. Now, my feeling is there's a lot of big prints out there, and there's a lot of little teeny prints. I'm trying to start producing things that are a little more in the moderate scale. This actually can go with a solid, it can go with a larger pattern. So it does open up the door for you a little bit more so than a lot of the prints that are there, because there's just not a lot in that kind of mid-scale sized range. So you can see here some of our new colors. This is our Hollywood Weave collection. I also have a washable satin here that comes in 2 colorations. And then stepping out of our washable goods, we come into our couture line. The couture line, this is woven in France for us. And you know, when we started working on this, we just fell in love with the combination of using the wool, using the linen. It's something that you normally don't see. We call this caterpillar because it has that soft, furry caterpillar feel to it. But just a really dynamic fabric that mixes 2 elements that you normally don't see mixed together, being the linen and the wool. And again, working with some of the playfulness, this is our Maybelline. So with the little eyelash design there, a little play on name, and 2 colorations on this here. So just a lot of fun. Again, it's linen is what it's about. Linen is how Dorian Bahr started. We started selling many linens over the years, and we have kept that always as a mainstay in our line, and probably always will. And then finishing out lastly with a beautiful new stripe. This is a linen and satin combination. You're going to see here the colors vary, either a very sophisticated palette or the very bright colors. I did a job not long ago where we did this for pillows, and we actually mitered it. So we actually ran it all together and mitered it, you know, out to the corners, a super look. So, and we did it in the wild color. So anyway, it was a super look. And that is part of our couture and our basics collection, so kind of gives you an idea of our washables and some of our high-end couture products.